So this year I became obsessed with the spinnerbait for some redfish, but I did have a couple problems with it. And that's where I came up with this disaster. Something that I was pretty sure was happening to that spinnerbait was redfish were biting the spinner on the spinnerbait. And I thought, why don't we put a hook on there? Another thing that redfish love that does have a hook on it and spins is the spoon. Tell me that iced out spinnerbait with the spoon doesn't look beautiful. But replacing that Colorado blade, you do lose a little bit of thump. So I added the spinning jig head. Super unique jig head here. It has a propeller at the front. I actually have tried this before, but I made the absolute dumbest mistake. I put the spoon on there, but I did not change this terminal tackle right here, and it was just too weak for the redfish. There it is, that fine piece of craftsmanship. Check that baby out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Absolutely beautiful. And look, the water's looking pretty wet. We just need to find some reds and catch them. Ooh, it's looking pretty. It's looking not bad in the water, boys. All right, place your bets right now. What do you think is gonna get bit first? Soft plastic or that spoon up top? Water's not too cold, so we're up here on these grass flats that I love so much. And now what we get here is we get reds in the potholes, and we also get reds that are cruising just over the flats, looking to spook up anything. We're just moving, and there's definitely some trout here too. If there's any fish in the area, with everything we got going on with this bait, they're gonna know it's there. See that big pothole right here? That's one of the spots you want to be casting to. See some over here too. I mean, they're all around us. There's some decent looking potholes for sure. We got like the perfect watercolor too. It's not crystal clear, but clear enough you see the potholes, and the fish are going to be comfortable moving around. Oh, that big freaking red on it. God dang it. Come on, bud. You got to get that, buddy. Big hole red was following it, man. Oh, another one. Holy cow. What are these, dude? A bunch of them. I don't know. They're like in the sand, dude. They're in the sand. Like hunkered down. Oh, big red, man. Why is there reds? Okay, we're seeing reds for sure. And the thing is, we're not getting bit. Is it the bait, or are we just not catching quite in the right spots? Oh, there's a bit. There's a bit. He's on. Oh, that's on. He's on. He's on the whole time. Whoa! It's about time, boy. It worked, though. It did indeed work. I think this is a smaller red. I've been seeing big ones, man. And of course we hooked the small guy. But I'll take the first bite. I almost thought that was a trout. Holy cow. I almost got excited. It's not as small as I thought, but dang, look at this nice clear water too. This is awesome. And it looks like he did eat that soft plastic with the propeller on it. The propeller jig head. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, fellas, I hope you voted for the soft plastic, because that is what got hit right there. And even this smaller hook did get the fish. I'm about to start selling these puppies. You want to catch a giant red like that? This is what you need. This is the only thing that will catch them for sure. Nah, man, but I'm really happy to catch this fish. Awesome. I think we're in a good area too, because I've seen a lot of big ones around as well. Man, he's kind of fat. Kind of a smelly guy too. That's a keeper, boys. 20 inches. 20 and a quarter. Woo, boy. Now we are in that super clear water, and maybe that's why the big ones are a little bit more skittish. But I also think they just saw my boat before they saw the bait. I think we have a good chance of catching some big guys right here if we stick to the game plan with the best lure. Now we need at least two more. One to cook up, the perfect size to cook up, and then one giant guy. Ah, bite. Dang it, pinfish. Oh wait, no, it is pinfish. Damn, of course. It's the worst. Look at this school of heads right here, dude. My line's all messed up. What are the chances, boys? Well, we drifted right over this fish and spooked him when my rod was messed up. So we're gonna let that pothole be, let it settle down for a little bit, try a little bit different spot, and then we'll hit it back again. And they'll hopefully still be in there. Something I've changed recently on my setup too is I used to use 20-pound leader line. I switched to 25. It's a little change, but man, when you're running into a lot of ladyfish and stuff like that, I'm always lazy to retie when it gets a little bit scuffed up, and I do end up losing fish. This little bit heavier line gives me a little bit more leeway to be lazy. Ah man, cast it right. That's a monster red right there. He's going away from us. Be quiet, boys. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Does he want it? He turned on it. He ate it. Oh, let's go, dude. That's the red we wanted, boys. Let's go. Oh, he's not as big as I thought, but that's a nice one, dude. That's sick, bro. He did not even take a second thought. He saw it. It kind of went behind him, and he went back and got that sucker. Let's go, dude. That's exactly why I love fishing some clear water. You get to see everything. Even though sometimes it does make for tougher fishing, but just being able to see everything, I love it, dude. I love it. I love it. The wildlife. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that's a little bit bigger fish. Man, we're on some fish, boys. This is a good one. This is one of the bigger ones I've seen too. Come here, big. Oh yeah. Ooh, I thought he cut me off on my motor. Let's see what he's got. That's sick, dude. I mean, there's a chance with these bigger guys, they could take both baits in their mouth. Double hook up. If you double hook them, you're gonna catch that guy for sure, unless you break off. Come here, big fella. We're going for the boat flip. No. Woohoo! That's a nice one. Let me not boat flip him. Bang! And he did get the soft plastic again. Soft plastic is running away with the competition. Dang, I'm kind of surprised this thing is still holding together, even with these big reds. Yeah, look at that guy. Look at that beautiful guy right there. I love how this thing looks in the water too. Oh my, you know what? I may have spoken too soon. Look at that right there. He's ripping it up. That's actually bad. Hopefully I have an extra, or else we're gonna have to bend it back. Let's get a measurement on this guy. See if it's our guy. Tell you what, that is just under 28. That's still a keeper right there, boys. Shoot, I might keep one, but he's right on the line, so we'll let him go. Our first big guy of the day. Loving it, dude, on that crazy lure. Let's get this guy back. Make sure he swims away. Bait fell off. What this spinnerbait is, it's a clip-on. That's how you're able to switch the jig heads, and it came unclipped. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fix it, but we're gonna try. Well, we hit some shallow water and our motor is stuck in the grass, but it's not such a bad thing because we're right on the edge of this big pothole. It's gonna let us fish it pretty good without zooming past it.
Now we're going to use this redfish as a test subject. As a kayak fisherman and outboard boat fisherman, I'm always very curious if I was paddling or motoring too close to a spot I thought the fish may be. So we have this redfish who's kind of in a weird spot in the middle of this sand pocket, and at this point he's just chilling. He doesn't see me, and even with my polarized glasses and standing on top of the ice chest, I can't see him either. Fortunately for me, I got impatient with my fan casting and never really casted in his direction. So I wanted to get going, pulled up my motor, and continued the drift. Pulling up the motor already made some noise, but the fish doesn't really react at all.
No.
Then just when I get past the high part of the grass, the fish either sees me or hears me. And to me that means it's a good idea to stay back and use that shallow grass to conceal yourself, and don't pull up right next to the sand pocket or pothole, even if you're being pretty quiet. That redfish actually noticed me pretty far away, about 30 feet in that clear water. To be fair though, when those redfish are already moving, they're not really laid down, you can just drift all the way into them before they notice you. If you're in your kayak, they can just drift right into your feet before they spook away.
The spoon spinner killed it, man. Not really, man. Check this out. Here's the spinning jig head we were using. It's the Mega Bass Okashira. And the first thing I noticed about this guy it has a tiny little hook on there. Now, I did see a ton of redfish out there, but we only did catch a few. I think this jig head might have had something to do with it. This super tiny shank combined with these propellers that may be blocking the hook set. I think that's one reason we may have gotten a bunch of short strikes. Since the water was so clear, I was able to see the redfish and I was able to see them when they were going after this guy. I must have seen 3 or 4 going for this and they did not end up getting it. I think this tiny hook may have been one of the culprits, but also they could have been going for the spoon and maybe that was hard for them to get as well. Not to mention, this thing just looks pretty freaking goofy and it could have intrigued them a little bit, but not enough for them to go at it full force. I thought we could have had something here, but it did not turn out to be the best. If you do want to see something crazy, check out this guy right here, the 1 foot long spoon. If you want to see a crazy lure that did pretty good for us, check out this video.